ZZ109FM, hottest radio station on the planet. It's your boy Loratti. What's going on? How you doing out there? Hopefully you're having an amazing summer. In the studio to help us out with our amazing summer show is Miss Elsie Jenkins. Miss Jenkins, how you doing? Well, I'm doing better than some of these people in these videos we're about to show you. Lord have mercy, I'm doing way better than them. Mm. Also in the studio to help us out is 10th grade education Bob, and Bob's got his scuba gear on to represent those people that need help in some of these videos. He can't talk right now because he's got his scuba gear on. Also in the studio to help us out is Reverend No Show. Reverend No Show, how you doing? Well, it looks like I'm doing better than Bob because he's about to go into the areas of danger. Absolutely. We've got some videos here to kind of get you in the mindset of being mindful of your location, where you are, what you're doing. It's very important to be aware this summer. Grandma, what do you think? Well, absolutely. I mean, my goodness, so many people want to go jump in rivers and lakes, and these things have nothing in them, or they may have something in them, like animals, fish, snakes. I mean, there's so many things out here that can get you, but I think sometimes people just forget. Yeah, Grandma, I don't take any chances in jumping in strange lakes. I've seen people in rivers, jumping in rivers, staying cool for the summer, but there's still danger out there. And that's what this show's about. We're going to go into some of these areas that people happen to be in those danger zones. All right, so Grandma, we're going to take a look first at swimming in a creek. This is pretty interesting right here. What do you got here, Grandma? Well, let's see here. I'm taking a look here. These people right here, I'm going to tell you right now, they special as hell. They special as hell because if you look at them, they swimming in some kind of dam. It's basically a river that's been dammed up. But the point is, why not just go to some place that is regulated with a lifeguard? And I understand these people in some third world countries trying to stay cool, but my goodness, you just got to be careful because sometimes you find your ass dead on arrival. Lord have mercy. Oh yeah, this situation is one of those that you can avoid. Just don't go jumping in strange ponds of water. That's the best way I can put it. Um, let's go on. Let's move on. Everyone's out here in the water, and some people can swim, some people can't swim. But the problem with the people that can't swim is sometimes they panic in the water. And if you look at this situation right here, you've got someone on top of somebody's head in the water. And the problem here is the person above the water is getting air, but the person below the water is not. And they're holding on to you like you're going to be able to breathe underwater. But you can't breathe underwater. Not when they're panicking and got their hands around your neck. So this is one of the main things you have to worry about trying to save someone's life. They're out there, they're in duress, but when you get out there, what happens? Are they going to panic, pull you under the water? Oh yeah, I see right here this young man is just not getting any air. And this other man on top of him is floating on him like he's a flotation device, but it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. Both of you have to get in, and if you sitting there panicking and holding them under the water, eventually what you're going to see is what's going to happen. You're going to end up floating to the bottom of this, and it's supposed to be a pool of water. But this pool of water is a little dirty, if you ask me. But nonetheless, as you can see, this young man is going down and disappearing. Meanwhile, this other sucker is just still, can't swim and still in the water. But the other person is gone. You can't even see him, and that's a terrible day for you if you in this situation and you lose your life because of somebody else that cannot swim. Lord have mercy. Oh yeah, it's amazing what we catch on video today, but you can have your death recorded today in 2026. Speaking of these things, going to the beach, sometimes you'll see, something swim, something die, but you still got to be careful of whatever's dead on the beach. This video really shows you that even though this shark is dead, okay, uh, almost dead or dead, because they're picking at it and they're cutting his head off, the shark still has nerves that respond. And this man is sitting here trying to, just take the head off and maybe get those teeth and have them for, decor, decoration. But his hand gets too close into that shark's mouth. And now look at his hand, mangled and detangled. It can happen to you because you're thinking you can, the shark is dead, but those teeth are sharp. They're going to always be sharp. And you've got to not put your hand anywhere near those sharp teeth. Oh, yeah. When those things happen to you, you're kind of in shock. Half of your hand is mangled because you decided you want to reach into the shark's mouth and get something out of there. But you have to go get medical attention immediately when your fingers are hanging off like that. Lord have mercy. Moving right along, you get on the bus in these third world countries, you got to be careful. But even a city bus in your normal city, you still got to be careful, be mindful of people on the bus, be mindful of where you sit. If you're standing, bus could get in an accident. You want to be in a position to where you can survive on the bus. As you look here, this bus is out of control. Don't know what's going on with this bus driver. But these guys are letting buses come through. They got a ferry. But this other bus just comes from nowhere and runs off of the pier. Now, this is a bad day for these people on the bus. As you can see, there's one man hanging out the window, screaming for help, but there's nothing that these people can do for you once this bus is in this position. You've got to start thinking survival. What am I going to do? Because this bus is going to fill up with water, and time is of the essence. If you're in that bus and you can't get out of there, you're in trouble. You see this one lady, she got out the bus, but that bus might have been full of people. And you've got people in there fighting and scrambling under the water, panicking. As you can see, there's some people coming up. But this is a bad day for these people. Very bad day. Oh, yeah, it's a bad day. Lord have mercy. You got people in there, their luggage and stuff. But the sad part is that these things happen. These things happen, and you have got to pray when these things happen that you know what to do. It doesn't make any damn sense. Doesn't make any damn sense. But this is some of the things out here we got to worry about on the planet. Let's go on. Moving on. You're out here in the wilderness, messing around, but you got to realize you're not alone. There are snakes, bears, mountain lions, whatever you want to throw at you that can pop up at any time. And as you see, this man is messing around, but that snake came from nowhere and bit this man. And that wasn't no little snake either. That was a big snake, and you've got to get medical attention right away once you get a snake bite, because you're not sure what type of snake has bitten you if you haven't caught the snake. But medical attention right away. Lord have mercy. I don't think anybody got any business out there. I know you like to get out there and see nature, but you got to stay on the trails. Lord have mercy. Just stay on the damn trails, and you still could possibly see a snake, but to be walking out there in the middle of the wilderness, be ready. Be ready to fight for your life because you never know what the hell might try to eat you or bite your ass while you doing it. Lord have mercy. Let's keep it moving. This summer a lot of people like to get thrown off stuff, be on roller coasters and stuff. But these situations, you got to double check the people that are running these operations. Sometimes they had a bad day, they're not paying attention. This one lady right here has no rope on her body, yet they keep tossing her ass off of the ledge. And the rope is right there. They need, but you know what? Nothing. They just threw her off, and that's it. That's the end of your damn day. Lord have mercy. I don't do these kind of things. Some people have adventurous blood in their body and they wants to get thrown off or something, but I just can't do it. Never had that urge to be thrown off of something just to get the thrill. But in 2026, you got all this technology. You still got human error. You've got to be careful. Watch what these people are doing. If they put your ass in a roller coaster and they don't snap your harness down, you need to tell somebody. Sometimes these people are thinking about something else and not thinking about what they're supposed to be doing. And you can end up like this lady right here, thrown off of the damn ledge to her doom and death. Lord have mercy. Let's keep it moving. Sometimes you'll see these scenarios where someone is in the water, but they're too far out to save. This is a hard decision to make. But sometimes you got to be mindful of a couple things. Is there a current where they're at? And are they going to panic once you get to them? And then remember, once you get to them, you've got to swim and keep them afloat without them panicking. And the problem with people in the water that far out is they panic. And it's hard to save someone if they don't calm down. It's very hard to save someone. Then you got to ask yourself the question, am I going to be drowning? Because now you're out there and you're dealing with either a current or whatever's out there in the water. So you got to make a decision to go out or not to go out. Sometimes the decision really is not to go out unless you have a foolproof plan, rope, some kind of flotation device, something that will give you a chance. Because once you're out there with them, you're just as vulnerable as they are. Oh yeah, that was too far to be out there in this. It looks like it's just a reservoir. Lord have mercy. And you know, you don't need to be swimming in reservoirs. You need to be swimming in pools with lifeguards. And these people in these countries, they take chances like that. But you see, you don't see that young man anymore. He's gone. His day has just changed. And you don't want this to happen to you. Well, your day changes because of a decision you make. You gotta make better decisions. Lord have mercy. All right, moving on. We're out here in the oceans having a good time in waist high water. But if you look at this big ass shark in the waist high water, these people are being mangled and mauled by a big ass shark in waist high water. And I'm gonna tell you now, you've got to think that something is out there. Look how big this shark is. He's huge. And he's out there looking for something to eat. And she is the dinner. Your hand gets into that shark's mouth. It is almost impossible to get that mouth open without some kind of help. You need help. And medical attention if you can get loose from the shark. These sharks, they're going to eat you. They're going to eat you. And then this other man is trying to help, but you got to be careful. When you try to put the shark back in the water, he can latch onto you. Now your ass is being chewed up and mangled. Lord have mercy. If you look at this, you know what? You could be dinner. That's all I see when I see this. You could be dinner for the shark that afternoon. Dinner. You just don't know what's in that water, and you got to be careful when you're waist high in this water. Some people be out there too far, too damn far, and you know good and well that you are absolute shark bait when you're that far out in the water. These people are waist high. It don't make no damn sense that this big ass shark is in that water waist high, just sitting there waiting to eat one of their asses. Lord have mercy. Moving on. You know, if you're in Florida, you have to believe that there is a gator in that water. But this video is amazing because it lets you know how powerful that gator's grip is. And when you see how it snaps this turtle's powerful shell like it's nothing, you have to realize that you don't want to ever get into the grip of a gator. They will not let you go. And they will drag you in and drown you and then eat you in that order. Oh yeah, it don't make any damn sense how powerful God made these lizards. Big ass water lizards. That's all they are. Big ass water lizards that will uh, grasp your ass and then chomp you away. After they smart, they'll bring you in the water first and drown your ass so you'll stop struggling, and then they will eat the hell out your ass. No questions asked. Doesn't make any damn sense. All right, Grandma, moving on, moving on. You know, you get out here and you jump into these reservoirs, you jump into these lakes, but you know what? There's fish. There's all kinds of, you know, moving and crawling things in these reservoirs, in these lakes. Uh, and I don't think they would hesitate to eat you. What do you think, Grandma? Well, if you look at this lady right here, Lord have mercy. You know, you're having a bad day when you're in the mouth of a fish. Lord have mercy. And what is she thinking about? What is she possibly thinking about inside the mouth of a fish? You got up this morning to have you some breakfast, some rice and eggs, and now you're breakfast for the damn fish. Lord have mercy. This is just a terrible situation. It is. And you know, you get up in the morning, like this lady right here, got up in the morning, put her nice little dress on, went out to the zoo, and now she's in there, uh, possibly dinner for the lion. Uh, you just got to make good decisions. When you're at these places, you can't be reaching over, trying to feed the animals. You know, all you got to do is slip and fall. And she slipped and falled in there. Now, who's going to go in there and help her, Grandma? Lord, I don't know who's going to go in there and help her, but it's either you kill the lion or she gets killed. It's one of those two things. And when you're sitting there like that, I guess you're thinking about your life, how how your life has been up to that point while you possibly could be dinner for that damn lion. You know, the lion's looking like, you know, I wish one of y'all would jump up in here because if you interrupt me when I eat her ass, it's gonna be a problem. Lord have mercy. Don't make no damn sense. No, it doesn't. You know, go to the zoo and you watch whatever they have going on from a safe distance. But that's not a safe distance. It's not. It's not a safe distance. All right, and last but not least, you see this beautiful pool right here. Hey, it is what it is. But if you're out and about this summer, you know, and you have a pool like this, make sure you know you're the lifeguard. If you got kids, make sure you're out there with them, monitoring, making sure they're having safe fun. We don't want to hear about the two twins this year that lost their lives in a pool like this at a summer vacation home. These summer vacation homes are fun. They've got fun things to do. The kids get excited. But the question is, you know, 2 5-year-olds, can they swim? You know, they don't even think about that part. They just want to get in there and have fun. And I'm pretty sure that's what they wanted to do. But they're not here now because they both drowned. Um, so, be mindful of these videos we're showing you. It's just a wake up call. Doesn't matter what the situation is, you've got to be careful. You've got to think things through and make good decisions out here on the planet. You want to make it to 2027, but you're not going to make it if you don't make the best decisions for yourself. ZZ109FM, this your boy LORATTI. My whole cast and crew is here to let you know you need to have a safe summer. Take care, and we appreciate you for your support. Peace.